Yep. All right, and we are back, and gosh, we are really dark. Do I have any of my lights in here? No, my lights are in the car, so I guess I'm just going to be dark today. It doesn't really matter because what I look like doesn't matter. So I am currently checking out the tracks that I recorded earlier today, and if you can see any of this mess that I've got on my screen here, I have reset all of my drum tracks, like the channels, and removed all the plugins. I just had this idea that I wanted to kind of get in here and mess with these from scratch and kind of start over, for lack of a better word. Sometimes it's like I had a template that I used for tracking, and sometimes I just want to go in and reset my template. One thing that I've done is I've taken the backing track that was sent to me by my bandmates. Let me get on the right screen here. And I have seriously reduced the volume on it. This was borderline clipping right out of the gate. Will be able to be audible. What I'm doing right now is just kind of listening and balancing my drums out a little bit. The only thing that I've placed on there so far is one instance of PSP in Finistrip, and I guess let's just take a listen and try to get this dialed in and start working at the individual track levels. Hopefully I will get to the point of actually paying more attention to these 5 different takes that I did and comping and editing, but right now I'm just kind of messing with sound. If anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them in chat. Don't know if anybody's even here yet because I didn't bother planning this stream, but here we are. If you are in chat or if you're in here, let me know something. Let's take a listen. This is the last take that I did before terminating the stream, so it may or may not be good. Turn that repeat off and just let that do what it wants to. We'll go back and forth several times on this. I want to add a little bit of saturation on these drums. Spot mic. Let's work on this kick. I do think I want to put a filter on this. I feel like for my kick drum I use an Audix D6, and I love that mic, but at the same time it gives me a ton of what I would call sub frequencies, and it's very woofy. Not necessarily a bad thing, but for this genre, excuse me, it's not the best. Let's take a listen here. Very deep. seems counterproductive that I'm still giving it a little bit of a bump on the low end right after cutting out some of the sub frequencies, but these are different low frequencies. And I want to get a little bit more of the click attack out of it, so I'll give that a bit of a boost. Usually around 8K or so. 6 to 8, anywhere in that range. And I don't have my monitors up terribly loud. I want to do a bit of a cut just past that 120 hertz point. Just kind of accentuates the low end a little bit better. I think that sounds pretty decent for the kick. I want to excuse me. I don't know why I always start grunting when I get on the stream, but that happens. Maybe I can convince the missus to bring me some water real quick. Let me try this. Hey, Kathy, would you mind bringing me some water, please, and thank you? All right, let's get back at this. She's going to bring me some water. Thank you. And I will work on the snare bus first, and then we'll work on the snares individually. Welcome aboard, Samurai Owl Music. Had to make sure I read that correctly. If you are just tuning in, which I assume you are since you just popped in, these are the... Thank you. These are the drums that I recorded myself playing earlier today, and I'm just kind of going back through and reviewing it while my dog tap dances on the floor. Excuse me. Wrong knob. I feel like my snare is sounding pretty good already, thanks to Sam coming by and tuning up my kit the other day. If you would, let me know if you're able... Well, let me stop this. Let me know if you're able to hear me okay once the music starts playing. In theory, I've got a compressor that is ducking the music while I'm talking, but I have no clue if it is sufficient. So let me know if I need to adjust that compressor so you can hear me while the music's playing. Yeah, that snare, that is a 13-inch Joey Jordison Pearl, and I replaced the head on it the other day with Evans HD Genera, I think that's how you pronounce it, dry. I had a Remo head on it that I really did not like. Now, my favorite is the Attack Logic Dot, and I also like the Red Baron, but I can't get those locally. So I just went to the local music store and got that dry because that snare is very pingy. And I had my drum tech come over and work on the kit for me, and he got it sounding to where it's got just the right amount of ring. I like it a lot. Still haven't. I cannot get used to where each of these modules are in Infinistrip, despite me using it all the time. Oh, I stutter a lot, and I got this water now because I keep grunting. Sorry. So I'll be chugging a lot of water throughout this. Oh, am I on anti-theme? For some reason I was thinking I was on default. I don't know, I change it every now. Sorry about that. I dropped off for a moment. I had some dropped frames. I'm not sure if it's my internet or what's going on, but that happened earlier today. The snare is sounding pretty good with little to no EQ. Nah, it's me. I think we may have some glitches here. Almost ready for that verse. I want to take a listen to my room mics. I kind of experimented with placement on them today. And gosh, as much as I love Infinistrip, there's one thing that I don't like about it is that my FET compressor, I cannot get a release time lower than 25 milliseconds. But let's see what we can do to mangle these rooms a bit. That actually sounds pretty good right there. May increase that ratio a bit. Let's see, what's the question here? Low guitar that is considered a rhythm guitar. Sorry, this may take me a second. I sometimes see things backwards and it may take me a bit to read this. The low guitar, is that considered a rhythm guitar in its current role? I think so. I mean, I'm not the guitarist, I'm the drummer, and I was passed this track by the guitarist. Let me see if I can get him to get in this stream here. Just a second. All right, I have summoned Matt. Let's see if he chimes in. I think this is sounding quite nice. I like this 60s style preamp with it to make it a little bit dirtier. Yeah, I love Infinistrip. It is my absolute favorite. Hopefully Matt will be in here shortly and he can answer the guitar questions. I did a video of him recently with a rig run through, but I don't remember what's on it. See if we can add a bit more, not fuzz, but some nasty saturation to it. I really want to dirty up this room mic, so let's go with very heavy tape and see if we can make this sound disgusting. No, the guitars, the backing track is already halfway mixed. It was just sent to me without drums, and I recorded drums to the backing track earlier today. So hopefully my guitarist will be in shortly and can answer those kinds of questions for you. And there he is. There, that's sounding much better. I think my rooms are sufficiently dirty like that. Whoops, meant to hit that one. All right, let's work on these overheads for just a second. We're eventually going to start like actually comping these drums, but as I listen back to this, it's not as bad as I thought I did. I know there was some triplets and some stuff that I was trying to do that I just could not get right. It's like I was my calves were quivering and I just couldn't make it happen. Let's see, my overheads, I want to filter out some of the low end. We will solo them for just a second. Try to capture a bit more of those snare hits to get those reduced. The video card that I have, let's see, I've got an RTX 3080 at the moment. Now, I do a lot of editing in DaVinci Resolve, so that's my primary reason for having that type of card. Not sure what all you're into, but right now everything costs a fortune. So, I think I want to soften up these overheads a bit with some more saturation. No, it's not bothering me at all. I mean, Reaper doesn't necessarily do a whole lot with the GPU anyways, though. Oh, soften up the overheads. I may have used the wrong word, but just try to tame some of the harshness in the high end. Saturation will help to roll off a little bit of the high end and can also help to roll off the transients. I'm going to let you guys hear that verse without talking. Sorry. Oh, that's my cat. Oh, it gets better. Need to work on my ride a bit. My ride is very mid-heavy. I'm going to have to switch to another take. There's one of these where at the end I ended up hitting the toms to finish it up, and I really liked that. It looks like that one, I skipped it. I'll run back through this some more and see how take 3 sounds while I continue to tweak the sounds a bit. Did I not hit the toms on that one? Which one did I hit? Ended on the toms. Let's try that. All right, let's see if we can get some work done on these toms, and then we can start working on actually comping and editing. Let's just start somewhere back here where I actually started playing.
And seek to purify its spirit.
That would be a good spot to work on my tom bus compression real quick. And we're back. I'm going to have to investigate why I'm dropping frames. I think maybe I need to take a look at my NVIDIA driver and update it. That's sounding pretty good right there with the toms. Get a little bit more air on the top end of that. Let's see here. That fill is so nasty. Alright, so now I'd like to do a little bit of work on the toms individually to gate them, or not necessarily gate them. I don't really care for gating, but I do tend to use an expander. I like an expander better than a gate, just because it sounds, well, less gatey. I'm just not a fan of how hard those gates can clamp down. So let me adjust this to where I can see. Okay, so we'll just adjust that a little bit more. A little faster attack, longer release. Push that threshold a bit more. And my rack tom, I do like to put a bit of a side chain on this expander so it's not triggered by the kick. And I'm just going to use this as the base and copy this over to my other toms to test the gating, and then we'll work a bit further. We'll check my second tom. That worked pretty good. Let's check third tom. That is not the third tom. There's the third tom. I don't use that third tom a whole heck of a lot, but the fact that I'm hearing nothing is pretty good. Okay, so we got that one. So my toms are sufficiently gated or expanded. Give you guys a little bit more sound out there. I think we're about ready to start comping and working on these drums. Man, those room mics add so much to the sound. I think I'm okay with the overall sound of this, so I believe it's time for us to start comping and editing. I would be a fool to not try to sell my own course, so if you're really bored, you can go to Pro Mix Academy and check out my drum editing in Reaper course. I think it's on sale for like 30 something dollars. Now, granted, I do this stuff on YouTube fairly often, so you can watch and learn for free, or you can go buy the course, or you can just click the buy me a coffee link in the description, or you can click the super thanks link and all that sort of stuff if you want to support the channel. But if you just want to watch and hang out, you're more than welcome to do that for free. So I'm going to start by hitting the wrong button. I'm going to start by ungrouping my drum tracks. I had them grouped at the track level for razor editing and all of that stuff, but one of the first things that I want to do is make sure that my snares are aligned, and I need to do this for each of the takes. So I'm going to start with my snare top and bottom, and there is a phase align that's built into Reaper now, so I've got a shortcut up here on my toolbar to go to that. I want to use my snare top as the point of reference, and what I want it to do is to adjust the contents inside of the waveform. So I don't want it to actually move anything, but I want it to slip edit it. I've got it set to allow it to invert phase if necessary. And I'll calculate first. My placement's usually pretty good, so this is... Well, I did move some mics today, so I'm off by about 4 milliseconds. That is 192 samples, and I'll go ahead and apply that. So I'm aligning the snare bottom to the snare top. And that's done. Now I need to do the same thing to take number 2. Which, let me get this a little bit smaller so we can all kind of see what's going on here. Oh, and since I'm not grouped, it's not moving. So let me turn my grouping back on. Been a while. Switch to number 2, turn my grouping off, and grab snare top and snare bottom. Do the same thing again. We'll have to do this 5 times. Turn my grouping back on, switch to take number 3. If you have any questions about this, feel free to ask, but essentially what I'm doing is just triple checking my alignment for my snare top and bottom. And I'm doing that across all 5 takes. And last one. So that's good, and now I want to go and do my overheads and do the same thing. A lot of people will align their overheads to the snare, and I guess I'm kind of weird in that I don't necessarily do that. I just want the overheads aligned to themselves, or to each other. And I'm doing all 5 of these at the same time because when I start comping and slip editing, I want to make sure that everything was aligned before anything was cut. I'll use my hat side. Now, with my naming conventions, I name my overheads, instead of naming it left and right, I've got overhead hat and overhead ride, just indicating which side of the kit it's on. So that way when I'm panning, I just align that with the other stuff. So I'm going to align my overheads with the hat side as the reference. Wow, my overhead placement was almost perfect. I need to adjust it by 2 samples. Not bad for eyeballing it. Take number 2. Calculate, and that's weird. That's very weird. Let me apply that. I'm going to go back to take number 1 and check that again. I may have missed something. It's already maximized. Go figure. Maybe I accidentally bumped something later on. Moving on to take number 3. "13 samples." Yeah, that's kind of strange. It's unusual that it be that much variance just across takes. Because those mics, in theory, did not move, but who knows. We're in the home stretch. I know this part's boring, but it needs to happen. I think a lot of videos that people watch, like if you're watching stuff from Nail the Mix, for example, that stuff is fascinating, but the one thing that I won't say hated, but that I didn't really like about Nail the Mix is the fact that they have editors. So everything was done for, basically everything was already edited and in really good shape before it got to the person doing the mix. Oh, wow. Yeah, my room mics are way off, which I knew that because I just randomly placed them somewhere. So, but we're going to get those in good shape now. Three more. Oh, I don't know that I explained why I do it this way instead of just doing them all at once. I'm not a big fan of everything being perfectly aligned to the snare, and the reason being is that in my mind, and I'm not like a scientist, so I may be dead wrong about this, but let's just take a think about the overheads versus the close mics on the snare. It is physically impossible for the sound in the overheads. It's physically impossible for the snare sound to hit the overheads at the same time as the snare sound hits the close mic on the snare. It makes no sense for that all to be perfectly aligned, and it's the same thing with the room mics. The room mics are clear across the room, so why would that sound hit at the exact same time? And the answer is it won't. So that is allegedly aligned. Let's give this a quick listen and see if we hear anything that sounds wonky other than my playing. Let's see here. That sounds good to me. It sounds almost like the snare is ever so slightly snappier. I'm fine with that. So now we can go move into comping. And what I mean by comping is I want to audition the different takes on the drums. Let me get these lined up a little bit better. I want to audition the different takes on the drums and pick which of my passes was the best for that section. So I'm going to start by creating a comp lane, and I do this using the fixed lanes method, or whatever it's called. So what I will do is move to comping and comp into new empty lane, automatically creating comp areas. And that has given me this C1, which it looks like that has pulled from, sorry, I'm getting this messed up a little bit here. It looks like that is pulling from take number 5. We want to start with take number 1, so I'll switch back to that. And I like this a lot better than the takes method in Reaper, primarily because it keeps clean tracks. My actual takes are left pristine. And let's see, we can start at this precursor, I think. Okay, so right there, where I do that fill, I can hear my stick in a way that I didn't like that time. So what I want to do is try one of the other takes. So we will slip in take number 2 and see what happens. That sounded pretty good there. Now I know that the kick came in late, but I'm not at the point of where I'm ready to actually start editing drums for time alignment. I'm just comping. So we'll try take number 3. Need to move that back a bit. That sounds pretty good. We'll try the 4 and 5 just to be sure. I think that was probably the best one. And I know that kick is off. We'll fix that in a minute. Or I guess I could go ahead and fix it now. May as well. So that kick is off a bit. No, I don't want to do that yet. I want to comp first and then I want to edit. I need to stick to the plan. Whoops, got mouse happy, sorry. Okay, so that's the halfway point there. I think what I want to do is, well, gosh, I'm getting my keyboard shortcuts mixed up with DaVinci Resolve. So right here at measure 41 is the halfway point. I'm going to go ahead and split here. And now we can audition a different take for each section and just see how it feels. I think I want to see what I do. I think I was pretty consistent on this one, but let's find out. Oh, wrong button. There we go. I like that. Let's try that in full context here. I like that overall, but still I'm going to go ahead and split this and let's audition the other takes because there may well be one that feels better. See, I like that, but it felt like I missed a kick somewhere. Yep, right there, I did. Let's try another take, and I may end up splitting this up a bit further. And what I'm listening for is, for one, the performance in general and how it feels, but also the one that is the one that is closest to in time, because I'd like to edit this as little as possible. I like that. Let's remember number 3. Now, if memory serves, there's a rating option on here. I don't remember what the key press is for it, though. Let's see here. Let's see, rate, or is it rank? I guess I should find this later. I've done it before, but I can't remember what it is. Item rate, no, not like that. Rank marker. Yeah, I think I don't have any keyboard shortcuts for it. I'm not going to worry about it right now, though. Otherwise, I'll lose my train of thought and not remember what I was doing. So let's try take number 4. I like that. Yeah, I think I'll go with that one. I like the cymbal break that I did there. And let's move on into the next section after this. Okay, so this part I'm probably going to need to change it up. I was trying to do some triplet kicks and it just wasn't working for me. So let's try the second and third takes. that take was not bad. Let's see. We'll try the next one. It's more of those messed up triplets. I think I did something on that last take that I liked better there. Let's find out. Yeah, that fill is definitely better there, so we'll paint that one in. That was kind of weak right there. Let's see what we got on this other take. Gotta go back a little further. Take that on up to the next snare transient. Now, I think I want to audition some of the other... I mean, I did the exact same thing for the slow droning part, but I may have done some variations on these fills. So... take that back here. Try the next one. I think I like that one with the double. We'll leave that for now. Now, right there where I did that tom fill, I think I want to audition a few others. What is up, Chandler? Now, for those who do not know, this is our own local Tim Henson. Yeah, I said that. All right, so let's check a couple of my other tom fills there and see if they sound any better. That one sounded really nice there. We'll try the other ones. Slight difference on that one. I think I like that one better. I like the idea there, but my execution was poor, so let's try some of my other takes. Back that up a hair. like that one because the guitars pause ever so slightly there, and that tom break right there sounds good with it. So next section. I'm going to have to take the kick from that section. I like that one, but I still want to try the others because they may be better. Kind of dig that. Yeah, that one goes better with the guitars for sure. My kick is a little late there, or early there, but we'll fix that later. That tom hit right there sounded really weak. I'm going to go ahead and place a split here at measure 79. And let's go back and try a couple of other takes here. Okay, that works fine there. So we will go to the chorus, split it, and of course we'll test some of these. I like that one a lot. That was really clean there. Okay, I think I like that one the best. So let's try this from the beginning and hear that in context up to the chorus. that whole pass I was pretty happy with. Oops, hit the wrong button. There we go. But let's go and test another take. That, I think I want to stick with this take, but I want to check the fill at the end the fill at the end of the other ones. That was pretty nice. They're all good, but I think that one there better suits what the guitars are doing because it hits those accents just right. So we'll leave that one in place. Ooh, I don't know if you guys heard that, but there's a change in the cymbals here, so I need to adjust my crossfade. So I think I need to take this back to that downbeat to catch the cymbal from the same take. Now that is right in the middle of it. Nope. I may have to fine tune this part a little bit later. That works. Okay, so we're back to the triplets that I messed up. Spectral edit. I do on occasion. I don't know that it would be too useful for me at this point because I'm not actually doing any real editing yet. I'm strictly, and it's hard for me to do, but I'm trying to focus on just comping, and then I'll start to slip edit and get things more in time once I'm 100% sure that I've got my comp right. It doesn't do me much good to slip them into place if I'm not sure that I'm using that part yet. Move that back. I think that take is fine, so I'll remember take number 2, but we would be silly not to check number 3. Now that's interesting. I think I actually like that. It's a little bit different, but let's see what's on the next one. So all my other takes were much more linear. I kind of like that difference here. Yeah, I like that comp, so I will keep that there. Let's check this next verse. There's something about the way that I played that I'm not quite liking. I think I did something with the splash. Let's try another take. Right there, I want to see if I've got if I did a fill that better follows the guitars. Measure 124. Okay, so apparently I did single hits on all of them, so that's what it's going to be. So let's find our best ending here. I like that bell that I hit right there at the end. Unfortunately not. My drummer is working in logging and he works like 6 to 7 days a week, and it just became unsustainable. I'm still writing things and may record some stuff on my own, but as a group project, no, it no longer exists. I want to try splicing in another one for a piece here. I think I like this one, but let's try another. I think that's what I was looking for right there, was a pause in at that same second. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, that last measure there, I wanted to audition that on each one to see if I did anything different to build up into the interlude. Nah, that doesn't work. Although that may work if I use a piece of another. Let's see. Nope. That one feels pretty good. Oh, goodness. That is a lot of questions. Let's see here. What comp? I'm using PHP Infinistrip on all of the different drum channels. As far as my kick mics, I'm using Audix mics. So the kick is a Audix D6. The heads on the kick drum are attack orbit heads, and that's got a lot to do with the sound. You'll have to look that up because it's a very unique kick head. I've got Audix mics on the snare. Basically, an Audix is on all the shells and Audix on the overheads. I also have just a cheap Samson CO2 on my ride and hat spot mics. My room mics are, what are these? Golden Age Project FC3 large diaphragm condensers. But this is all going straight into my interface, which is an Audient Evo 16 with two SP8s. And as I said, I'm using PSP Infinistrip on all the channels. Right now, I'm just kind of comping and am trying to figure out what part I want to have at each section. We're almost through with the song. I don't think I'm going to edit tonight, so I'll just finish up this comp and call it an evening. I think I heard an errant kick there that I didn't like. Yeah, I got one at the beginning. That's weird. Like, why did I not do that anymore? Something sounded weird there at the end. It's like I had a sloppy hit. Let's try another take for the end piece. Thank you for the sub. Back up just a hair. So we need to find the right transition into this halftime piece. Not that. I like that a lot. That sounds very good. I feel like my snare hits on that pass were not great. So let's go back and try some other takes here. I like that a lot. I do think I want to see what else I had for an ending here. I hope that's a good thing. I think I want to keep that simple. That was late. Okay, so all we need now is to find... what do you mean about the sidechain? Like in reference to what? I gotta find the one where I ended with a tom hit right at the end, because I think that's what I want for the end. Okay, so... Was it take 3? No, it wasn't 3. I think maybe it was 3. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. You guys are going to have to explain a little bit more what you mean, because sidechain without context is not making sense to me. Okay, so that's the... I think that might be the one that I want. Let's try another. Nope. No, there's nothing being triggered. This is all natural drums. It's the kit that's behind me that you may not be able to see. If you check the channel I live streamed earlier today, while I was actually tracking this. No, I don't have any samples at all. I don't use them. I like that last hit, but I've got to find that one with the tom hit after. Maybe I didn't do it. At any rate, that feels like a pretty solid comp, so let's get those lanes cleaned up. And we'll check this from front to back. I'm not going to, like I said before, I'm not going to go ahead and do the time alignment on this tonight, but I'll play through with this comp, and I'll fool with the time alignment a little bit later. Another day.
Purify its spirit.
Wait, has my mic been muted this whole time, or did I just mute it before I... Gosh. I hope that I muted it just before starting this. Just in case there's no samples used, I don't use them. It's just the kit that's behind me, all played by me. And have I been talking out loud to myself for the past 15 minutes? I'm going to mute my mic now, and it doesn't sound like a paper drip. Ah, got you. Let me drop something in the chat here real quick. Take me a second to pull it up here. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. I'll just pull it up on Sweetwater because Attack's website looks like it may not be working right now. So I'm not sure where you live. I guess I can just show you here. So this is these are the kick heads that I use. And it looks like it's got holes in it, but what it is it's 2-ply, but where you think there's holes, it's 1-ply that's cut away. There's a port here on the resonant head, and the batter side head is just the partial layers like that. So the idea is that it gives you the warmth that you want, the attack, if you'll forgive the brand name, that you want, and it just sounds good right out of the box. I use the Audix D6 for my microphone, and I think that the combination of those is just great for kick. Now, as far as my processing on the kick right now, I am running Infinistrip. I'm boosting it ever so slightly with 70s style preamp, which is, I guess, kind of Neve style. I'm taking out some of the low end because my kick is just really deep as it is, and that D6 has a bit of a low end bump to it. So I'm filtering at 24 decibels per octave at about 50 hertz. Could probably stand to have a little bit more shaved off, but I've got my volume turned down low so it doesn't feed back into my microphone, and I don't like mixing with headphones, but I'm not really mixing yet. I'm just comping. Doing a little bit of compression, a little bit of EQ, and a little bit of saturation. Everything is a little bit. But on that note, I'm going to mute my mic and let's check this comp and see how she sounds.
Purify its spirit.
I will say my room mics sound amazing. Okay, I know I'm supposed to be letting this go, but I just heard something there at the chorus, and I want to try to get it now. It's a little thing, but that transient right there. And I shouldn't be doing this yet, but I need to hear it correctly. Alright, so I have nudged that so that kick transient's in place. I'm going to mute myself and start from somewhere in the middle of that verse again. We got to go back and appreciate that bell for just a second. Whoops, wrong button. I absolutely love that like the key shifts there. I want to back that up again because it's that cool. It's funny, earlier today when I did my live stream, I had the same picture that was the thumbnail for this one, and that says, Does It Doom? But I spelled Doom DOMM. So it was Does It Dom, and my bandmates gave a picture of Dom from Fast and the Furious. I think that comp was pretty good. I think I want to give it one more time, and then I'm going to go in another room. I just gotta. I heard something in there that is somewhere in there. I felt like there was a crossfade that was messed up, and I want to find it because it's in my head now. If I don't hear it this time, I'm just not going to worry about it.
Unto thee her earthly body.
This intro is forever long. Let's see.
What is it?
We'll have to talk to them about that. This intro is almost a minute long. I'm going to skip that and get to the music. is it for me this evening. My lovely wife has come to claim me from the desk. Are you wearing enough clothes to get on the camera for a second? She's wearing just enough clothes. So here is my lovely wife, Mrs. Let's Talk About Reaper.
Hi.
And are you here to summon me?
I was just going to tell you good night if you weren't ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, I am going to go and hang with the missus for a bit. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit. I've said a little bit, a lot of bit tonight. And if you get really bored, check out the old TV series Erie, Indiana, the one about the Lost Hour. I think it's either on, where did we watch that? Was it on Disney Plus or YouTube or something? But anyway, the guy refuses to change his clock and he wants his hour, and he gets stuck in the Lost Hour, and it's an interesting episode. Thanks again, and we'll catch you guys later.